What's up guys, my name is Dinesh Raturi. So today we will discuss about the second part of logistic regression series where I'll be teaching you about the sigmoid functions, right? So let me write sigmoid functions. So before starting, you can see over here that I have given the author reference. It's a Applied AI course YouTube channel, right, by Verma sir, and many thanks to him, and he explained the concept in very well manner. Here is the website of Applied AI. You can visit the website, and if you want to enroll, you can enroll this particular course. If you want to enjoy the YouTube channel, you can go to his YouTube from here, right? So yeah, so let me just give the brief about the part second of the logistic regression. So from previous videos, from previous video part 1 basically of logistic regression, we have understand that our ultimate goal is to find plane pi, or you can say w, the value of w, because from the linear algebra, if we able to find out the value of w, we will able to find out the plane, right? W, or you can say the optimal w star, in such a way, such that it maximizes argmax, the w value, summation of I equals to 1 n w yi into w transpose xi. So from previous video we have seen this particular optimization problem, and now our ultimate goal is to find the plane pi and the value of w in such a way that if it maximizes the value of w and this particular signed term. So over here these two things are very alien to you. The signed term, what is signed term? Because I haven't tell you in the last video what is signed distance basically. So let me tell you, it's a signed distance which is yi into w transpose xi, right? So this is my signed distance. So what is basically a signed distance? So let me give a brief about it. So let's assume this is my plane pi, right? This is my plane pi, and this is my normal to the plane w, right? Whatever point is in the direction of w, all points are my positive, and whatever is in the opposite direction, all points are negative points, right? So now you can see over here that if I'll calculate this particular, if these are my points, right, these are my positive points, if I'll calculate this particular distance from a plane, the distance of a point from a plane, if we call it d, right, then the value of a d, the normal distance, is w transpose xi upon norm of w. From linear algebra you'll derive it, and you can watch my equation of a line video, right, to understand this particular concept, right? So you can see over here that w transpose xi, and we are assuming this particular value is 1, right? It's a unit vector, w is a unit vector, hence the distance is w transpose xi, right, which is this particular value. Now if I'm saying that my signed distance, if my signed distance is equal to multiplication of yi, which is the actual value of point, right? So you can see over here my yi belongs to a binary classification. Either it will be a positive point or it's a negative point, right? For positive it will be a +1, for negative it will be a -1, right? So you can say multiplication of w1 into w transpose xi, which is eventually my distance, this particular distance, right? You can see my d, right? So now so the distance will be positive. The distance will be positive if my point is in the same direction of w, right? If this will be positive if it is in the same direction of w, and this will be negative if point is in the opposite direction, right? Right? So you can see my signed distance will be yi into w transpose xi, and this particular term will be positive if it is in the same point is in the same direction, like this particular point is in the same direction of w, hence this particular d is positive. And if there is a point over here and this particular distance is negative because it is in the opposite direction, right? So if I'll say that this particular distance from a point from a plane is 1, then if we will calculate the distance equal to W transpose xi, right, and if my xi is 1, like I'm saying that this particular distance is 1, eventually it is in the opposite direction, we will say it's a negative 1, right. I'll add this minus over here, right. Now, so this is particularly a signed term. So why we are using signed term? So let me give a brief about it also. So now previously I have told you that while solving a logistic regression, we have to solve one optimization problem, or we have to find a W star, right, or we have to find a plane or W value or optimal value of W in such a way which maximizes the W and the signed term, the summation of signed term yi equals to n yi cross W transpose xi, right. So ultimately we have to solve this particular optimization problem where it maximizes the value of W, right. So what is the meaning of maximization? If this particular value is positive, turn out to be positive, then we will say that our logistic regression model is correct or correctly classifies the points, right. So like correctly classifies the point means like it is saying that this particular point is positive, and this, if it is below the point, it is saying that our logistic regression will say that this particular point is negative, right. And if it is negative, if this particular value is negative, we will say our logistic regression misclassifies the points, right. So from the previous video you will have a gist about it, right. So now why we are using this particular signed term? So let me give you an example over here. So let's take an example, case 1, right. So before case 1, just let me tell you one thing over here. So you can see over here that if I have to calculate W transpose xi, I'm talking about only one value, right. So if this is my plane and this is my positive point, right. I know this is my positive point, so such that the value of yi for this particular point is +1 because it's a positive point, right, into this particular distance is this particular distance, right. The distance of a plane from a point is d, and just because this is in the direction of W, hence this particular d is also a positive one, right. So let's assume the value of d is 1 and +1 because it is in the same direction of W, which is normal to the plane. Hence this particular signed value will come +1, and hence I'll be able to say that if this particular value is positive, like I have told here over here, if this particular term and this particular value will come out to be positive, we will say our logistic regression correctly classified, right. And let me take an example over here. So here this is my negative point over here, so I know this is my negative point, right. So the value is -1. So y value is -1, multiply by the distance. So this is my distance d, this is also a 1. Like let's assume this distance is 1, right. So this distance is 1, but due to it is in the opposite direction of W, it will be a -1. We will add minus over here, right. So this is the trick, just understand, if it is in the opposite direction of W, because it is in the opposite direction of W, then it will be the positive distance, this particular distance will become -1, right. So it will be minus +1. So you can see over here that this particular value is coming +1 over here for the negative point. So we can say our logistic regression also correctly classified this particular point, right. So because we know that it's a negative point, and our logistic regression correctly classified and saying that it is also a negative point, and for positive it is also saying this is a positive point, right. Now if I'll say that if I'll take a outlier, right, so let's assume I'm taking this particular outlier over here. So this is my outlier, right, and this is my plane, and this particular distance is you can say it can be anything, right. It can be it is also a 1. Let's assume this distance is also a 1, right. And actually we know that if we calculate this particular signed term, so what I'm telling you, that the importance of signed distance, right. So now we know that this particular point is actually a negative point, right? So my yi value will be -1. Yi value will be -1. Actually, it's a -1, right? Into, and we will see that okay, this particular distance is plus. This is particular distance is 1 over here, right? But due to this is an outlier and it is in the same direction of w. It is in the same direction of w. Hence, this will be a positive one, and -1 into +1 will be -1. And you can see over here that I am telling you if this particular value is a negative value, then we will say that logistic regression misclassifies. Then we will say this particular logistic regression model is wrong. So this is the reason signed distance is very useful and handy while solving a machine learning, while solving a logistic regression problem, or more precisely while solving a optimization problem for a equation of a line, right? Or while finding a optimal w value, right? So now let me take some example where I'll tell you that how outlier impacted, where I'll tell you how outliers impacted these signed term, right? Signed distance, more precisely signed distance, right? What is my signed distance? Wi into W transpose Xi, where this particular value or signed term will fail, right? So now this is my task, this is my objective, I have to see. Now you will be able to understand over here that this is my signed term. Till now everything works very well, but where this particular signed distance is failed while solving a logistic or while driving a logistic regression algorithm. So in case of outliers, you can see this particular value will got failed. So let me take an example, right? So let's assume this is my plane, right? And you can see over here these are my positive points, 3 positive points, and you can see these are my 3 negative points, right? And I have a negative point over here which is an outlier. So you can see it's an outlier because it is in the section of positive points, but actually it's a negative point, right? So now my yi belongs to a positive one, either it can be a negative one, because for all these points my yi value will be -1, and for all these points my yi will be +1, right? Now, so I have randomly, because we are solving a classification problem, and I have randomly drawn this particular plane, right? I have randomly drawn this particular plane, and I want to see that whether this particular plane correctly classifies my points, my data points, like these data points or not. This is the problem we are solving, and in this problem we will also see that how these outliers will impact the signed term, right? So now this is my plane pi which I have randomly drawn and which separate this positive and negative points, right? And this particular extreme or outlier point also. So this is my normal to the plane in this direction w, right? So let's assume this particular distance is 1, this is also 1, this is also 1, and all these distance are 1 1 1, right? And this particular distance is 100, right? So now if I'll solve this particular extreme point, right, for positive points. So let me solve this for positive points, for positive cases. If I'll put the value of yi for all my positive points, I know my actual yi is +1, right? Into this particular distance W transpose Xi is 1, right? So is 1 over here, and just because it is in the direction of W, it will be +1 already, right? So it means 1. So I'm just taking it for one point, it is +1, and similarly for all the points, like for this particular point, this particular value will come +1, and for this point it will also come +1, right? So you can see the value is 3. Now for negative points, for this particular negative points, you can see over here that I know actually it's my yi. If I'll put the value over here, I know my actual yi value is -1 into, and this particular distance I have taken is 1, right? 1. But due to it is in the direction, opposite direction of w, my points is in the opposite direction of w, hence this value is -1, and -1 into -1 will be +1, and similarly for 3 of my points, +1 +1, it will also come a 3. Now for outlier point, you can see over here, this is my outlier, right? For outlier point, if I'll put this distance value in this equation, I know actually it's a negative point because it is in the wrong direction, because it's a extreme or outlier point. And if I'll multiply it with w transpose xi, which is my 100, the value of w transpose xi or distance is 100, right? Over here you can see over here that just because it is in the same direction of w, it will be positive 100, right? So positive 100 into -1 is -100. Now if I'll put it is in the my optimization problem equation, you can see over here that the summation of I equals to 1 up to n yi w transpose xi. So we have just calculated this particular term for all the points, and now we will do the summation. 3 plus, you can see 3 plus 3 over here, right? 3 plus 3 equals to 3 plus 3 minus 100, right? We will do the summation for all these values, right? So you can see it come out to be 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, and it will be minus 94, right? It will come out to be minus 94. And from the rule, what we have said, that if this particular term is negative, we will say our logistic regression misclassifies my points, even though it correctly classified this point, because it is telling that it is a positive, and this point because it is telling it is a negative. But just due to one outlier, we are saying that our logistic regression fails over here, or ultimately what I'm trying to say, this particular plane is wrong, right? Now we will look for another w value just because of this particular one outlier point, right? So now you can see over here that which is like, if I'm able to correctly classify my 6 points, like 3 positive, 3 negative, and just because of one outlier, right, my 6 points are correctly classified, and 1 point is incorrect. And due to this, we are saying that our my plane is wrong. My plane pi 1, let's assume this particular plane is pi 1, is wrong, right? So you can see it is very dangerous, like how outlier is very dangerous while solving the machine learning logistic regression or optimization problem, right? Or while calculating the signed term, right? Now if I'll calculate the second exact case, right? So let me just make a second case over here, and all these examples I have studied from the Applied AI course YouTube channel. You go and watch it, and it is very good YouTube channel. So you can see over here that all these 3 points are positive points, and all these 3 points are negative point over here, right? And this is my extreme outlier point over here. Now let's assume I have drawn this particular line randomly, right? This is my plane pi 2, right? And normal to the plane is here, w, right? So you can see over here that this is my 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, and so on, right? And the distance from here is 1, and from here is 2, and from here is 3. Similarly, the distance is here 1, here is 2, and here is 3. Like from the plane, the distance of this particular point from a plane is 3. For this point it is 2, and for this point it is 1, and similarly for this point. And here also the distance of this particular point, which is the outlier point, it is also 1, right? And the normal to the plane is in this particular direction, right, w. So now let me just calculate my signed term w yi w transpose xi, right? So you can see over here, for this particular point, I know that my actual yi is +1 multiply by w transpose xi. So you can see the distance is 1, and just because it is in the same direction of w, this point is in the same direction of w, I'll take it +1, so it will be 1, right? and if I'll calculate it for this particular point, it will be 2. This particular value will come out to be 2, and for this point it will come out to be 3, right? And this is for my positive, so for positive points, right? Now for negative points, if I'll calculate for the negative points, like for this point, if I'll calculate this particular distance, you can see I know actually it's a -1, my yi value is -1, multiply by W transpose xi. So you can see over here that my W transpose xi value is 1. I have assumed this particular distance is 1, and just because it is in the same direction of W, we will take it +1, right? So it will be like minus into -1, right? And for all these points, it will come out to be -2 and -3, right? And now let's calculate it for outlier point, for outlier, right? We have to calculate this particular signed distance and for outlier point, right? So I'm saying that this is my actually a negative point, right? So this is my actually a negative point, multiply by W transpose xi, right? Yi value is -1 and W transpose xi value is this particular 1. I am assuming that this distance is 1, right? And due to it is in the opposite direction of W, we will take it -1. So you can see it will be a +1, right? So if collectively I'll put all these in the optimization equation, I equals to 1 up to n yi W transpose xi, and do the summation of all these 1, 2 and 3 equations. You can see this will cancel out and it will remain like 1 plus 2 plus 3, -1 -2 -3 and +1. So these will cancel out and it will remain +1. So from the rule, what I have told you, that if this particular value will come out to be positive, we will say that our logistic regression correctly classifies the points. But you can see over here that for this particular plane pi 2, I'm telling that my logistic regression correctly classified. But can you please pause the video and see this, that from this plane pi, if we draw this line, right, and just because of one outlier, we are getting +1 over here, right? And we are saying that this particular logistic regression or plane pi is correctly classified. But you can see over here that this positive point is correctly classified. Okay, these 3 points are correctly classified, so my 3 points are correctly classified. But you can see these are my negative points, but my logistic regression is also classifies all these values in the same section or half spaces, right? So you can see 3 points are correctly classified, 3 points are incorrectly classified, right? And outlier is correctly classified, you can see. So you can see over here that from the previous case 1, you can see over here that I have correctly classified the 6 points, right? You can see I was able to correctly classify the 6 points if I choose the plane pi 1, right? So now you can see if I choose mathematically or geometrically, if I choose the plane pi 1, we can have a good logistic regression algorithm or plane pi, right, which almost correctly classifies the point. But due to an outlier, we are saying that this is a wrong logistic regression, and now we will choose the plane pi 2, right? We will choose the plane pi 2, which is actually a wrong, right? So you can see over here that how outlier impacted, how much outlier are impacted our models, right? And we have to solve this problem. And in order to solve this problem, we will be having one basic and fundamental function, we will call it, or you can say one fundamental approach, we will call it a squashing. So let me make it more clear. We will call it squashing, right? So we will call it squashing. So what is basically a squashing? So idea is to squash the value, right? So idea is to squash the value if the signed term value, like if the value of this particular term is very large, right? If this particular value is very large, we will cut down it to or temper it to small one, and then we will use it, right? And if it is small, then we will use it as it is, right? We will use it as it is. So you can see we are tempering the large values, or we are cut down the large value of this particular signed term. So this is called squashing, right? So let me show you more geometrically what is squashing, what I'm trying to say actually. So let me draw a graph over here. So you can see over here that this is my graph, right? In the x-axis, this is my signed distance. This is my signed distance, or you can say yi w transpose xi, right? If I'll take this as a x, so my x is equal to w. So let me just simply take signed distance. This is my signed distance is in the x-axis, and is in the y-axis I have a function, right? I have a function of signed term, signed distance basically, right? I have a function of signed distance, and this is my 0, and this is my small value like 1, 2, and this is my like 20, right? And same here, -1, -2, and maybe you can see -20. So you can see this value is very large. This is very large value in comparison of 1 and 2, and these values are very small values, right? So now if somehow, if I'll be able to achieve the signed distance in this way, right? In this way, where my maximum value will go up to 1, right? My maximum value goes up to 1, my middle value goes up to 0.5, right? And this value is 0, right? And smaller is the value, my function of signed distance will remain linear. This is my linear. And if my value is going higher, so you can see my value is going higher, the value of signed distance is going higher, then we are tempering it, we are doing the tempering of it, right? Basically we are doing a tempering of it. So you can see we are just tempering it to 1, and we are adding a capping over it. So we are tempering off, basically we are tempering off, right? We are tempering off. And similarly over here, for a smaller value of signed distance, it is linear, and we are then tempering off. We are not going over here, right? We are tempering it off. So this is what I'm saying. So my highest value is 1, and my lowest value is 0, right? And the mid value is 0.5. You can see over here. So now in order to you can see that we will not entertain the higher value of signed term. So we will not, so ultimately what I'm trying to say is that we will not entertain the higher value of, or you can say large value of signed distance. We will not entertain the large value of signed distance, or you can say yi w transpose xi. If this value is very large, then we will not entertain it. We will cut it down and temper it off to a small value, and then we will entertain it, right? In order to correctly handles the outliers, right? So why we are doing this squashing? We want to handle the outliers, right? So now you can see over here that my earlier equation was optimization equation was argmax w. We have to maximize the value of w, summation of I equals to 1 n signed term, right? Now we will move from this equation to the new equation, argmax of w, summation of I equals to 1 and the function of yi w transpose xi. So you can see over here in the graph, I have told you in the y-axis I have a function. So it will be, this particular function will be linear, this particular value will be linear, right? What this function will do, this value will be linear. If the smaller is the value of signed distance, this particular value will be linear. And if the larger is the value of, as soon as it will go higher and higher, this value will go higher and higher, this function will temper it off. Somehow this function will temper it off, right? So now this is the reason we will use the function of this particular term. So now my optimization problem will become like this. So from now we want to calculate, or we want to maximize the W summation of I equals to 1 and the function of yi W transpose xi, right? So now as we have understand that, okay, we in order to handle the outlier, right, in order to handle the outlier, we will move from this equation to this equation, right? We will now look for the function of a signed distance, right? All right, so now in order to achieve this particular squashing algorithm, we have one most fundamental functions available in mathematics. You can see we call it a sigmoid function. So I know if you have learned machine learning and logistic regression, so you know about it, the sigmoid function, but I'm giving you the geometrical intuitions about it, and I have studied from, as I have told you, applied AI course, right? So in order to achieve the squashing, we will use sigmoid function, right? So now you can see over here that our ultimate goal is that we have to calculate the function of signed distances yi W transpose xi in such a way such that this function should increase linearly, but beyond a certain point, beyond a point value, it should tempered off, right? So you can see it should tempered off, right? So now one such function is called sigmoid function. So we will denote the sigmoid by sigma x, right? So my denotion of how we will denote the sigmoid function, sigma x, where my x is, you can see over here that W transpose xi, right? So now if I'll calculate this particular equation, right, if I'll calculate this particular function, I'll say that this is my sigmoid function. So this is my sigmoid function, right? This is my sigmoid function. So here the value of x is x equal to x, basically a signed term, because we have to calculate a function of signed distances, right? So this is my signed distance, right? And if I'll put it inside a sigmoid function, then this value will come, right? And now my sigmoid function sigma x will equal to 1 upon, the equation is like this, the representation is like this, right? So sigma x equal to 1 upon 1 plus exponent to the power minus x, right? And if we see the graph of this particular sigmoid function, so you can see if this is my graph, the value will come like this, right? And it will slightly like this. Smaller is the value, more is linear, and higher is the value of x, it will tempered off, right? Similarly over here the mid value is 0.5. so let me tell you one thing, if we will see the sigma x, the maximum value will become positive 1, right? The maximum value is positive 1, right? You can see the maximum value is positive, maximum value will be positive 1, and the minimum value is 0, right? Minimum value is 0, right? And if we say that, okay, my point is in the totally is in the plane, right? So if I'll calculate my point is totally in the plane, then this particular value will be 0.5 over here, if my point is over here, right? If my point is over here, if my data point is over here, I'll say that this particular value is 0.5, right? So these are my value, like maximum value is +1, minimum value is 0, and if my point sigma 0 is 0.5, right? So now you can see over here that we have squashed the values, right? We have squashed the value. Now if I'll put the equation of a sigmoid in my particularly in my optimization problem, we can say that argmax, we are looking for a plane w star or pi or value of w, optimal value w, in such a way w it will do summation of I equals to 1 to n sigma of yi w transpose xi. Now this is my new equation if we use the sigmoid function in order to handle the outliers, right? So now you can see over here that if this particular if this is my point, like if this is my plane pi, right, and I have point lie in this particular point in this particular line or a plane, right, then my sigma, this distance is 0. The distance of this particular point from this particular plane is 0 because like it is lie in the plane. So you can see over here that this value will become 0.5, right? This value will become 0.5. So the probability of this point will lie from in the positive section half spaces or negative half spaces is 0.5, half basically. So you can see the sigmoid function also gives us the probabilistic approach to see the signed values and logistic regression. So it is more helpful for us, right? So now you can see, so we can have intuitions about the probabilistic approach later stages. Like I'm also studying from the different videos and from different channels. So I'll be teaching you the stuff, right? So now let me give you the final optimization value optimization problem or equation. So you will see over here that we are finding w star, right? We are finding w star in such a way which is very optimal, which maximizes our w, right? Summation of I equals to 1 up to n, right? Sigma of x, right? If we will put the value of x, which is a signed distance, right? So it will become argmax of w, I equals to 1 up to n, yi w transpose xi, because we have put the value of this. And if we will put the value of sigma, so you can see sigma x equal to 1 upon 1 plus. So like from the sigmoid function, we have understand that sigma x equal to, if this is my x, then my sigma x will become, this is my sigma x, then sigma x will become 1 upon 1 plus e to the power minus x, right? If I'll put this value argmax w summation of I equals to 1n, then I can say 1 upon 1 plus e to the power minus yi w transpose xi, right? So this is my w star, this is all equal to w star. So now ultimately we have to find this particular optimization problem in order to have a better logistic regression model, right? So this particular minus will come from the equation value of this particular value. This minus is this minus, and we have just put the value of x, which is signed distance yi w transpose xi. And why we are doing this? In order to handle the outliers. In order to handle the outliers better, we have come to this particular solution where we will use the sigmoid function so that it will squash our values. So you can see if this is my hyperplane and I have a points over here, many points over here. So my distance will lie from minus negative to minus infinity to positive infinity, right? In the normal scenario. But if we will take this particular equation, or using a sigmoid function, we have squashed the value from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. We have squashed our value to 0 to 1. Right. So this is the reason we use the sigmoid function, and this is the basic fundamental approach of squashing and handling the outliers while solving a logistic regression problem. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, please do visit and watch the videos so that you have a context about how things are working. And if you are liking my videos, please do subscribe my channel, and it will definitely going to motivate me always. Thank you.